You must be the, Earth Directorate agent I was told to expect. Your punctuality is commendable. Allow me to welcome you to Golden Ridge. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability? Sensible. Straight to business, then. The presiding bishop sent word of your imminent arrival. However, pursuant to our normal standards of compartmentalization, she was scant on the details of your mission. That said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Ridge? Victor? Oh, yes, Archivist Clemens. Quite the mind. Such encyclopedic knowledge of engineering. One could almost mistake him for an exemplar. Is he in some kind of trouble?
Victor Clemens, some kind of radical. What an absurd notion.
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. It's difficult to imagine him capable of worse. Good intentions have led scienticians in the past to stray down paths most troubling. Victor's currently supervising highly experimental research at one of our labs to the northwest, the Enray Range, beyond the invaders' front lines. Unfortunately, you'll need to go through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium to reach it. That path is less than safe, so I advise caution. Besides the highly caustic Serenium River and the Mantisaurs, we've also received reports of mad cultists in the area. It does make me wonder why Victor decided to stay.
Fascinating. Your fear response must be suffering from some impairment. Likely the result of a traumatic brain injury. I'd have to open you up to be sure.
A generous offer, my friend, but I don't think the agent is interested in exploratory surgeries at the moment. Victor is dedicated. Single-minded, one could say. I've always thought highly of his analytical skills as a researcher, less so his social ones, perhaps. Loath as I am to admit it, there may be some merit to your worries over a conspiracy within the Order, whether Victor is involved or not. As my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not good science. I would be remiss if I failed to support an investigation.
Are you deranged?
No, violence won't be necessary here. I hope. That said, I do have a favor of my own to ask. No doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Anti's Choice base, Outpost Opportunity. It came from one of our facilities, the Zeranium Manufactory. But that facility is intended for research, not military action. I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does suggest traitors in our midst. It would undoubtedly benefit both of us to root them out.
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Would an internal review of our ranks not be more appropriate? Thank you for proving my thesis statement.
I don't dispute the need for discretion, my friend. But the presiding bishop made the determination to send the agent to us. It's best we trust her calculations. Moreover, our situation is growing increasingly dire. I can't overstate my fears concerning this most recent attack ending the ceasefire and reigniting the war in Golden Ridge. One more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence. But if you could also render aid at Outpost Opportunity on our behalf, such a gesture might preserve the peace. I knew I could rely upon you. Ruth wouldn't have sent you otherwise. Here, take this writ of investigative inquiry. It'll grant you access to the manufactory. Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these traitors you've mentioned erstwhile. We can compare notes once you've returned with your findings.
Where to first, Commander? Henry Range, Zeranium Manufactory?
By
Or
calculating
outpost
the
opportunity.
position of every atom in the universe, we can predict the future.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to Howard?
We regret to inform you Zeranium Manufacturer 7 is presently under lockdown. Unauthorized entry is barred due to contrivance malfunction, laboratory mishap, and/or miscellaneous unspeakable dangers.
Please call again at a more convenient time.
Hello? Someone there? Yes? Did the missive not play, or was it garbled in some way? Are you somehow struggling with coherence? If so, to be clear, Zeranium Manufactory 7 presently and for an indeterminate time is in lockdown. That means no external transmissions, no visitors. Wait, you have a writ? From the Abbot? But we don't have any means of... yes, they said they have a... yes, sir. This is Factor Maytug here. Am I to understand you have orders from the Abbot? Quite convenient for you. I have no way of verifying without allowing you entry. Oh. Very well. Come inside and we'll see this sorted. Building on the left.
Yes, right over here. So, the Abbot deigned to send someone whilst we're contending with all manner of emergencies, did he? Interesting timing. May I see it then? The writ? Ah, all right. I suppose we must solve each calculation with the numbers at our disposal. Sometimes I cannot fathom what goes through the Abbot's mind, but your papers do seem to be legitimate. I will unlock the elevator so you can speak with Proctor Svoboda below. I'll send word you're en route, but fair warning, I cannot predict what reception you will receive. I expect your behavior will remain impeccable. As soon as I've seen to securing the facility, I'll be along straight away. The recent attack may have originated from this facility, but I assure you it was not at our hand. We have no desire to resume open warfare with Auntie's choice. One of our transport pods filled with Zeranium was diverted toward, or more specifically at, their location. Though functionally correct, I assure you. The transport pods are fired into space, where they are collected for redistribution. To date, no one has ever misused them for this purpose, despite the explosive nature of the material. Fortunately, we have potentially identified the culprit, and we have managed to corner the apparent perpetrator down below, which would be a good thing if they had not, somehow seized control of the manufactory operations. Our suspect, one Initiate Alva, previously supervised launch controls. Though steadfastly maintaining her innocence, she has also barricaded herself in the operations control room below. A move not likely to allay anyone's suspicions. I admit I'm to a reasonable degree pleased you are on hand to corroborate current suppositions. May your query yield favorable results.
It evidently originated here. Transport pod full of Zeranium. Blue outpost opportunity to not but tinges and...
Initiate Alva, stand down. Relinquish control of this facility immediately.
Oh, my dear Proctor, you can't believe a low-level drudge like me is responsible for any of this.
You'd have us all believe you seized control to demonstrate your innocence. Wait, is this being broadcast?
I have no idea how this audio doodad works. You're the one in charge here, Proctor Svoboda. Are you sure you didn't do something?
I demand your unconditional surrender at once.
Hello, Proctor? I'm over here now. Did I just send you some...
Emergency detoxification initiated. System what's her name took over.
Ah, yes, of course. Next on my list of lowest probability events, strangers sent by the Abbot, gallivanting about amidst a lockdown. If we'd been able to communicate beyond our walls, might have saved you a trip. As I can successfully report, we have identified the responsible party. A low-level subordinate, assigned here years ago. But I'm now realizing how little we actually know about her. A spy or turncoat, no doubt. A sleeper agent from one of those secret enemy programs you're always hearing about. But I haven't even told you the worst part. How Alva took control. The subsequent, albeit strangely indirect, obloquy and vituperation. The lives lost. Whatever for. We've already established her guilt. Failed to see the use, frankly. I suppose some limited nosing about before dispatching her wouldn't hurt. Presuming she doesn't kill us all in the meantime. I'll be in my office. Let me know once she's no longer a problem.
Now, this is important. Would you describe the Varachid's Calicity as slavering when it attacked? How much viscous fluid would you test?
I don't know anything about the fluid.
Of course, she's hiding something. You think those two exemplars are just hell wrong? They're hardly prone to involuntary self-injury.
Investigator? Always account for standard deviation.
Oh, hello. A visitor. And who are you, dear? You're what? Some maverick for hire. Oh, no, I can see it now. Earth Directorate, yes? Like Commander Zane and that rascal Buddy. And who is that you brought with you? A friend. Another Earth Directorate agent, I see. Seems sad.
Is she talking about me?
Oh my! That Earth Directorate support mech is a design classic. All this for me. Fear I hardly deserve such attention. This entire business is just a terrible misunderstanding. Oh, believe you me, I'd like to know that more than anyone. I am thoroughly unaware how anyone would think me capable of all this. Yes, that was terrible. I feel awful. Though technically speaking, they did kill each other. There was a scuffle. Their weapons fired. It was a most unfortunate thing. Dear me, I wish I did, but... Actually, there may be a way you could gain answers here. The firing record should contain all relevant details regarding the launch. Why, yes, I could unseal access to the records repository for you and open the path leading there. I'd be right grateful if you'd have a look. I swear I'm completely innocent of this heinous act they're accusing me of. Certainly, of course. If you help me uncover who's responsible, I will gladly open this door. Appreciate your help, dear. Please return when you have found something. May the plan favor us against long odds.
May all your endeavors add to the equation. Patrol's back, I hear. Don't see Auntie's being too distant.
Our Earth Directorate friend. Hello. I've been conversing with Factor Matadier here while you were away. Understand you've met?
Yes, they witnessed me rather discomposed, I fear. Visions of Auntie's choice reprisal clouded my thoughts at the time.
The Factor is less accusatory in his questioning than certain others, which I respect. Good manners cost nothing, I always say.
Troops now guard the entrance above. Our safety addressed, I have turned my attention to the cause of our situation here, and I have deemed it wise to investigate further. Do not let my position fool you. All within the Order are scienticians, and hence we seek the truth of any hypothesis based on evidence. The Proctor's accusation is no different. I appreciate even your hesitant support. Now, I believe you had an update for Initiate Alva.
You've examined the launch records, yes? What did you find? I'd say they've obviously been altered, dear. Fancy that odor you detected, a sign of chemicals used to affect the falsification. Ah, but listen to me. What do I know about this sort of thing? I know I've watched too many Aetherwave serials. Suppose they fuel my fervent imagination. But still, even the most junior scientician knows the best explanation is one requiring the fewest assumptions. Ergo, I set the correct coordinates. Someone overrode them. There should be ample time for regret later, dear. For now, I'll admit the armchair investigator in me wonders about Proctor Svoboda. Someone may be pulling her strings, perhaps. That's what investigators like you say, isn't it? Now, what you uncovered appears to imply two further avenues of inquiry. A Zeranium leak occurred moments after the launch. I imagine it may have been used as a diversion, allowing the culprit time to falsify the record. The overriding of the coordinates also deserves a look. Don't you think?
I can speak to the coordinate override, I believe. All commands are routed through the hub in central processing. If one meant to accomplish what you're suggesting, they would likely look to do it there.
I expect the Zeranium leak stemmed from alterations to the control boards and refinement logistics. I'd look for any signs of tampering that may point to the culprit. All right. There. I've unsealed both areas. With hope, what you discover will help us determine the responsible party.
I'll stay here and play for more time. If the Proctor sends anyone, I'll say I'm close to convincing you to surrender.
Proctor Svoboda seeks retribution. This unit is capable of complying. Apologies. Emergency protocols. Pharmaceutical reload. Emergency protocols ready.
kindly. I am decidedly in your debt. Anything you need? Anything I, a lowly archivist, can provide you, a heroic individual who is handy with doors? Of course. I am now able to breathe easy and respond freely. I was in my cot doing advanced equations. After the explosion occurred, I rushed here to check my terminal. The door was creaky to open. I should have known it would lodge in place when it closed, but I was distracted by the disheveled state of the room and rushed inside. Strange question, but yes, all commands path through the hub here. Through that wiring underneath that open floor panel in the back of the room, actually. Well, in my professional opinion, looks like someone rerouted some commands from operations. Not sure which ones. Based on the sloppy state it was left in, I'd say they either barely knew what they were doing or were in a rush, or both. Works in operations, right? Always on about her stories. Wish I had time to watch serials and read all day. Well, that's about everything I know about everything. Let you be on your way. Careful on your way out. Try not to be liquefied and subsequently devoured.
Something about that Alva doesn't square. And she called me sad. I'm not sad. Just for the record.
Respecting one's elders is considered good manners in most colonies. Exceptions may be made for violent offenders.
Yes. Suppose you'll do.
May circumstances proceed toward intended results.
Oh, hello, dear. Why, we were just talking about you.
Or specifically, potential implications for a multitude of troubling scenarios, based on probable results of your investigation, downstream outcomes, and such and the like.
You know how the Order is. Always calculating something. But please, tell us what you discovered.
That you found evidence that the coordinates were rerouted is definitely something. Would be an odd step for Alva here to take, except perhaps to throw blame elsewhere.
I admit I had the knowledge to cause the leak, but not the authorization. Svoboda has clearance, but not the know-how. I'm sufficiently certain our proctor is conspiring with an outside party, so I'm coming out now. She's going to tell me who she's working with. Then I'm going to kill her.
Wait a minute. You're going to what? Our investigation, it's unfinished. And you're an initiate. What are you talking about?
Oh, I see you two thought you were proving my innocence. No, you were helping identify my target. I'd advise you dears to help or stay out of my way. Proctor Svoboda needs to pay for her actions.
Yes, I concur. That may be the only part of this that seems certain. You are far more capable than some back-manufactory button pusher. Who are you, really?
I am a dedicated agent of the Order, but no, dear. My name is not Miriam Alva. I am Marisol Delgado, formerly of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
That group was just a story to scare novice scienticians. Next, you're going to be telling me you're... Wait. It is you, isn't it? The one they called the Endpoint. I must admit, I'm not entirely sure. The rumors about your department... They said anyone who might delay the equation being solved disappeared. If there are any hints of truth to that, I find it severely at odds with Order tenets for balancing efficiency with humanity.
This is hardly the time for a history lesson or debate, I'm afraid. Perhaps you shouldn't. My earlier endeavors were often disconcerting. But the truth remains. Whatever is happening here, I'm not involved. I arrived decades ago to lie low after a difficult assignment. More than that, I have nothing to speak on at present.
That you are who you are, and are standing right, and have been here for years. It's all much to digest. I suspect your methods are not my own, nor the Order's, as I know it. And I fear your intentions for Proctor Svoboda.
I'm afraid the two of you are forcing my hand here.
You! Sequencing attacks.
Take care of you, Commander.
Investigator.
You dealt with Alva, I understand. So very unfortunate, but sadly necessary. Oh, I practically forgot in all the excitement. We discovered Alva's secret workroom. It's down the path to the left outside, in the old toxic effluvium repository. I'm sure it's filled with incriminating details. You should check it out.
Feels good to be back in the saddle, don't it, Val? Kinda reminds me of our days in Nyx's orbit, dodging protectorate patrols. You remember that?
Error. Memory not found.
Ah, well. That's all right, Val. I'll just have to do the remembering for both of us. I ain't wanted to hear any more talking from you.
This unit's harm is vital for maintaining those in need of fair parts.
Take a look at those corpses they've got struck. Wait. Some are dead.
We're closed. Did you not hear me? This place is closed. No learning today about how everything happens according to the obscure calculus of an indecipherable plan. Why are you asking? Who are you?
The people she tried to kill.
By the architect. I had no idea. I wish I could say it was unbelievable. I was afraid she was becoming a danger to herself and to others. But this is horrifying.
Yeah, imagine how we feel. Why don't you tell us where she is so we can make sure she ain't being a danger to herself or others?
And how are you going to do that?
That ain't something you ought to be concerning yourself about.
If you think I'm going to help you do what I think you're talking about, you are deluded.
I may be deluded, but you're lucky you ain't dead. Seeing how she seems partial to using her friends as victims.
Does she? It occurs to me that you have provided no proof of what you're accusing her of.
Why don't you take a long look at me? This is all because she betrayed us. Her team, her friends, even the one whose life she saved in Triangulum.
By the architect. You're Niles, aren't you? She mentioned you a few times, but refused to elaborate. All I knew was that she was fond of you, and that you were dead.
She was fond of me? Then why? Why would she try to kill me?
I can't say, but it may be one of the things she anguished over. An anguish I fear finally overwhelmed her, and could likely be what's driven her to her present course of action. I wish I knew. It's nothing good, I can tell you that. I haven't seen her since before the corporatists invaded the island. I'm afraid she's going to do something terrible, but I just don't know what. Maybe none of this would have happened had I not introduced her to Victor. How did... You saw her terminal, didn't you? Victor's an Order archivist. We were all friends for a time. But then, shortly before the schism, they started talking to some others inside the Order. That's when things became tense. I started to become uneasy, scared, really. She kept getting angrier with the Order the more she worked with Victor and her other contacts. On top of everything else, it became just too much for me. Among other things. For some reason, she was obsessed with the cliffhanger ending of Chapter 6. It was the one where capitalist fanatics brought complete destruction upon Arcadia. But you know how it works. It was somehow miraculously saved at the beginning of the next chapter. Didn't matter to DeVries, though. She just kept going over it and over it. Would have talked to a Crabble about it if there was no one else to listen. That, and the invasion itself, set her mind to dark things. I begged her not to go down that road again. She was so agitated when I first met her. Must have been 7, going on 8 years ago now. She never slept, didn't talk to anyone if she could avoid it. After we became friends, she began to change. Still bothered her from time to time, but I thought it mostly behind her. I couldn't watch her go back to how she'd been. Or worse. I know I've no right to ask this of you, but when you find her, please remind her of who she used to be. She's unwell, but I know there's still hope for her. Beyond doing the right thing? I don't know. I have nothing to offer. Except... Not sure if this will help you, but she did use the same code for everything. 15-778. I even used it to search her safe after she left Fairfield.
That is Agent DeVries' identification code, Commander.
She said it had some meaning from her previous life. I'd hoped she'd left something for me, but the safe was empty. That's all I can ask.
without knowing what will happen tomorrow. And the order of this season, we predict tomorrow.
Give the order and I'll take care of her. You courts low, Commander.
Requested assistance currently unavailable. Caution. The neglected state of this edifice suggests its current occupants lack hospitality and also rudimentary facility maintenance skills.
You'd never have bested me without subterfuge!
Vocal patterns indicated a high level of sincerity. There is an 89% probability that the imperiled person may imperil others upon release.
That's gotta be the end Ray range. I'm looking forward to having some words.
Enthusiastic.
Never let a locked door stop us before. Let's look for another way in. Law. You can bet this is the work of those cultists we tangled with outside. But what's the gain from butchering a bunch of scientists?
We can hear those wriggly little fingers of yours. Bring them close so we can chop them off.
Where you point that thing?
0.36 cubed divided by the standard rate of fluid flow, and then you multiply by... is it 30 or... Oh! Hello!
Prevention is the best cure. In the future, please avoid collision with high-speed projectiles.
I was unaware that Victor, that is, Archivist Clemens, requested aid. Did he? I hope you're here to help regardless. That would be nice. Architect's mercy, thank you. It is so much easier to be polite when I needn't fear all of my bones sliding out of my body. Oh, dear Archivist Clemens has been so strange lately. So distant, so agitated. And not his normal agitation, mind you. This is something different. Much worse. He's deeper in the facility, working on something he deemed to be of the utmost importance. Either he is still below, continuing said work, or he is quite dead. And with all those cultists gallivanting about, I don't fancy his odds. 3 days ago, the range was inundated with fiends. Cultists, I believe. I am unaware if they're immensely foolhardy or simply mad, but they've caused no shortage of destruction. I've seen few firsthand, but that isn't because they've gone. Rather, I believe they have become visibility deficient. Oh, there's no such thing as invisibility. I can only theorize that their visual forms were sent out of phase when they haphazardly tampered with pressurized N-rays. It's a shame the facility is in shambles. Leave an N-ray scanner device that may render the cultists far easier for one to locate. The scanner is an optical device designed to detect electrical signals and the N-rays given off by all living beings. Visible or not, the cultists still give off N-rays. It was stored nearby. But with the damage to the facility, you'll likely need to use the maintenance vent on the wall there behind the screen to get anywhere near it. I appreciate your aid. I'm going to wait here and try to prevent my wounds from reopening. I appreciate your help.
Vitals have fallen below acceptable parameter. Negative. Pharmaceutical reload in progress.
Fear not, my brethren. The eyes of the unworthy cannot behold our transcendent forms.
Scanner detected.
Unfriendly in combat range.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander.
Emergency Lockdown bypassed. The nearest sealed door should now be accessible to you, Commander.
You've opened the way forward. Very good work.
Who in the void?
And then... Recalibrating your weapon sighting mechanism. Friendly fire as unfriendly. Preparing obligatory encouragement. You can do it, Commander.
You cannot remain here. Complication after complication befalls this facility, and death stalks its halls. It was all well and good to end those cultists' suffering, but that was but the barest tip of the danger present in this facility. I implore you to depart. I have nothing to say. You're here to stop me. But if I'm stopped, the consequences will be exponential. Oh, I don't expect people like you or Augustine to understand. My work is humane and must be finished. All else is secondary. You must remove yourself from the range. I don't want your blood on my hands, but I will spill it if you force me. I'm disinclined for any of us to die, whatever the reasoning. That is why I must complete my work uninterrupted. I beg you, leave immediately. Remain, and you will assuredly suffer a violent demise.
I fully understand the importance of your work. This is exactly why I push you so. Your moral justifications for delaying your delivery are misguided. Dead is dead. What matter is it if their ends come in 1 minute or 3? If you seek to be humane in your duties, fine. So long as I get the explosives in time. But if we fail to act, the Order will be lost forever. Collateral damage was always inevitable, Victor. You knew this. And the longer you take in your laboratory, the greater your risk of being caught becomes. If that happens, you know what must be done. But I should remind you that such a failure will result in vastly more suffering for all parties involved. We need those explosives now, Victor. Let's finish this.
Angela's killing tool, who has isolated you from the end. How dare you hamper with your dish?
Ready to waste them. On your command.
Closing in.
Watch where you point that thing.
Got trouble, mate. Advancing to hasten their demise.
Consider your Consider recalibrating your weapon's sighting mechanism.
Look at the sad little sprat. It is corrugated.
Engaging combat protocols. Please seek treatment.
You, friend of friends, are a greater ally than any number of fellow scienticians.
record your interruption. Once more, please cease.
Have fallen below acceptable parameter. Target is insufficiently close.
Guns.
Target is outside this unit's range.
Must I say, only neutralize it. Observe.
Nobody around.
Ready. Please try again later. Negative. Pharmaceutical reload in progress.
You, my entreaties, were never going to pierce your stubborn will. Not when we spoke before, not when you reached my traps. I should have guessed. There is but one option left to me. To save Arcadia, to ensure the future, we must both die. Because the Order cannot be hindered by war or by compromise. Any obstacles must be removed, as much as I regret the need to do so. If DeVries does not receive my explosive, she will resort to a violent assault. Many will die, pointlessly, and in agony. I can at least deliver them an instant, painless death. I thought this explosive vest would be an unnecessary precaution. All I can hope is that by blasting us both from the field of play, the Order shall find its way to truth. The dead regret nothing.
My fellow Loyalists, it is time. Due to the Earth Directorate operatives' continued meddling, we must increment our timetable by a factor of hours, not days. Accordingly, our forces have taken over the monastery. Those I predetermined to be resilient to reason have been executed. The rest should not cause us trouble. I have locked the lift to prevent the agent from reaching the monastery, but the following code will grant you access. 34145. I will continue my work from here, supplying Augustine with everything she needs for our plan to succeed, and delaying the agent as I'm able to. May the results of our actions today secure a more prosperous tomorrow for our sacred order.
That snake. You think the Abbot's involved too? If he ain't, he's in for a rude awakening. We should get ourselves back to the monastery.
Unknown personnel approaching. They don't appear to be hostile.
Got a bad feel about this line, huh?
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to Howard? Friends, neighbors, while you shelter in Matriarch's space.
Grand Archagent! Oh, thank good odds and high probabilities you're back. There's been an incident. A rogue faction has taken over the monastery. My seer, Seer Wiley, is trapped up there with other hostages of the Order. To make matters worse, my access code's not working. Without it, I've no way of calling the lift. Peace talks? Yes, Ruth informed me, but how did you learn of them? No one outside a select circle are supposed to be aware they're happening. No, I've known Landon for years. You must be mistaken. If what you say is true, that is damning evidence indeed. But why would he do it? Align himself against the Order? Against a friend? That's a serious accusation. Why would I do such a thing? I can't discuss this right now. The monastery. I'm sorry, but we really haven't the time to litigate this issue further. In case I didn't make it clear before, the monastery is currently in jeopardy. Yes, regardless of their current actions, those people up there are still members of the Order. My colleagues and friends. Please remember that. Once you reach the monastery, make your way to the observatory. If the conspirators are seeking the coordinates of the talks, no doubt their efforts will be concentrated there. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
Alexander Monastery is now under the control of hostile forces. Normal operating.
Are you sure that rope can support us?
I am 100% certain that its tensile strength is marginally greater than our combined weight. Probably.
Wait, look! Someone just came up via the lift. It must be a lot.
Reckon the Order teaches this flair for the dramatic to all their seers? Or is he a special case?
We are that catalyst, setting into motion.
Enemies detected.
Nice of sheer Wiley to leave us this.
Let me know when you need it.
You're immediate to mock.
Confronting threat. Protocols not yet charged. Junction boxes such as these may have wiring that can be detected via the N-ray scanner.
Found another one.
Eyes up.
Damn it.
Engaging hostile life.
Tracking wire. Emergency protocols ready.
Well thrown.
architect's perspiring brow if you try to cite the fourth pillar to me one more time.
Scientific advancement should not come at the cost of the grace and dignity of innocent lives. That is all I am saying. Armed conflicts are not the inevitability you are making them out to be, Anya, but rather the result of a populace failing to adhere to scientism's stoic imperative.
Oh, and I suppose we're going to pretend the second pillar doesn't exist? I must have just imagined reading Alfred Long's 75 Thesis on determinism then.
Imprisoned? Goodness, no. We are anchorites for the Order, child. This is where we conduct our divine calling, debating scientific precept and theory. Actually, an outside opinion might be useful at this juncture. Our current topic is whether war is ever justified. For the sake of time, please keep your answer brief. And how do you predetermine the harm of action against the harm of inaction?
We make those estimates all the time. That's the whole reason we employ seers.
We're going in circles again. If only we had access to the materials we requested, perhaps we could settle this debate.
I need the book Only Real Numbers, The Casualties of Appeasement by Exemplar Kwong. Second edition, not the first. That's important.
And I require Archivist Mahler's dissertation on de-escalation theory. You should be able to locate both pieces of scholarship in the scriptorium. I'd also caution against borrowing additional titles. The scribes are absolute fusspots when their work goes missing. You're in luck. I just finished my third reread of it. Chapter 47 is a real treat. When we're finished speaking, I'll put it in the collection drawer, but do take care with it, especially around the bath. We lose more good books that way. I'm sure I have no notion of what you're referring to.
Good for him. About time someone put theory into application.
What my colleague means is Landon Wiley is among our most gifted and dedicated seers. Whatever actions he's taken must be in service of the plan. I do hope no one's been hurt, though. I see. That is distressing to hear. But as we in the Order like to say, the plan actuates by deliberate means. Let us hope this conflict resolves itself soon.
Augustine? Sure. She's got a mind for provocative hypotheticals. Asked a lot more interesting questions than we normally get.
I will add it has been some time since we last saw her. Not since before the schism, in fact. Why do you ask?
Augustine was obsessed with the Rift. She wanted to know all the potential routes the Order might take to deal with it. We explained that the Rift is an aberration of the plan's natural order, corrupting time and space and creating uncertainty. Consequently, all efforts should be made to close it.
Oh, yeah? And how'd she react?
Well, she hasn't returned, so perhaps she didn't like the answer we gave. Happens more often than you'd think.
Apologies, but gossip doesn't fall under our purview. We've secluded ourselves here to avoid such distractions, so I would thank you to exclude us from any remote drama. Much appreciated. We'll present our final arguments once you've returned with the research.
enthusiastically.
We'll be turning out lots of stuff.
Sequencing attack strategies. Away from this unit.
Keep the wirelings bright. Eliminate the target.
And whom do we blame when a student fails? Why, their instructor, of course. Bishop Bassar has failed this order as its preeminent luminary. And now the stalwart agent arrives. I need more time to finish my work, so I've prepared a choice for you. The hostages in the card press before you will die unless you intervene. If you go through the door on the right, you'll find the means to save them by solving a simple puzzle. Leave through the other door, however, and they will die, screaming in abject terror. But how could you call yourself an Earth Directorate agent if you allowed that to transpire?
All right, what's the call, Commander? The Seer's already proven willing to kill for his cause. I think these folks aren't long for this world if we don't help.
Current priority: stopping Agent DeVries. Secondary priority: preventing the Seer from assisting Agent DeVries. Acknowledged. Updating priorities.
Seer was right about one thing. We wouldn't be very good Earth Directorate agents if we just left him to die.
Raise high probability. Wiley trapped us here. He let some others go, but didn't even give us the chance to surrender. He's lost his win. He's going on. Where are you going? Don't leave us! Look out!
Guessing the safe is part of Wiley's puzzle. Odd how obvious he's made it. I've heard the Order enjoys a good brain teaser, but this seems excessive.
Contact established. Threat assessment. That organization.
In defense of scientism! Anomalism!
Standing by with life support.
All conflict is transient in nature. Firing target.
Re-engaging with
Large mind supposition. You will cease biological function. Taking shelter.
applying appropriate.
Looking low on ammo there, Commander. I could help you whip something up.
Initiating positive reinforcement. Congratulations on successfully activating the puzzle, Commander.
No, I haven't encountered this much of a waste of time since I tried programming Val to understand sarcasm.
See? Didn't I tell you our friend would be back? Hurry! Disable the card press machine!
That was the right call, but we've no time left to waste.
Then he tells me.
Not a
Predicting.
Honing in on possible hostile variable. Terminating unproductive.
Right at the seating floor.
Retail supply.
Random elements!
Lay your oculars on this, Val. Let the side of the universe just fill your processor with knowledge. Couldn't have said it better. Said it better myself.
So Clemen's killer arrives. So much of our plan ruined because of your meddling. Victor's explosives would have minimized casualties on both sides. You may have bested my peer, but he was never my equal anyway, and neither are you. You took so long, I was beginning to think my little puzzle actually stumped you. You seem confused. Allow me to delineate on the totality of your failure. Saving the hostages delayed you just long enough for me to complete my work. I was able to transmit not only the coordinates for the peace talks, but also the station's security protocols, giving Augustine control over its automechanicals. She has everything. I trust you're not implying something untoward between us.
Don't worry. We already know DeVries ain't got a heart that could spare 2 beats for anyone. And you seem awful frugal in that regard, too.
The Order has been dislocated from its ideals, becoming the opposite of all they espouse. DeVries and I are merely providing a necessary realignment. What in the Architect's computational summary are you on about? This proves nothing, except your willingness to trespass into other people's correspondence, and Joseph's inability to express himself clearly in the written form. I predicted you'd say that.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander.
Riddle me with bullets all you like. With his rejuvenation session at his disposal, you'll never do me wrong. Attempting to destroy the Order will attend to you personally.
Not ready by
Hostilities as planned.
This is not a distance. Whoever is left, kill this!
Commander, the hostile is no longer shielded.
sure do go through. Not to worry. We can always craft us more.
I have grown worried. I have not received word from Archivist Clemens in some time, and I imagine you would have relayed any pertinent information by now. I fear this bodes ill. Without him, our only option is a direct assault. A risky proposition, to be sure. The last thing any of us want is for our plan to spiral out of control. And so it falls on you to seize back that control. Use the methods we discussed to take command of the monastery. When it is done, I will send further instruction. You have my trust. See that it is not misplaced. I'm much obliged for your tireless work. With this knowledge of Greater Tranquility Substation and its security codes, our plans for the peace talks can finally be spurred into motion. However, without Archivist Clemens and his explosives at our disposal, we've no choice but to proceed with our contingency plan. A direct assault. Though the codes will allow me control of the automechs on the station, we'd best accept now that more lives may be lost than previously assumed. Yet we must act unflinchingly. To fail now would mean the end of everything.
The peace talks are imminent, Commander. Please return to the incognito when you are ready to depart.
Agent, over here. I assume you had a chance to speak with Landon. That is, Cere Wiley. I appreciate the sentiment, but there is now ample evidence disproving that fact. The truth is, I held Wiley back. I kept him from advancing for my own selfish gains by spreading lies and false concern over his competence behind his back. If I had not thwarted his ambitions... No. Those hypotheticals are best considered in private, I think. I won't keep you. Thank you for your assistance in reclaiming the monastery. Regrettable though the outcome with Cere Wiley turned out to be. You are welcome to collect the experimental weapon back inside the observatory, the Oracle. It was Landon's design. Only seems fitting you take it. May all your future endeavors proceed in accordance to the plan.
I don't know what you're complaining of. We emerged totally unscathed.
I'd estimate I'm 43.11% scathed.
Lunchtime fulfillment, or it has been.
Have you acquired the scholarship we asked for? Of course you do.
Based on the available map of the monastery, this would be the abbot's private room.
For a monk, our friend's sure not short on amenities.
He wasn't going to make it. Is this why Wily's ilk spared him? Because the seer already predicted this would be his fate? The meaning of life is numeric. And we are the keepers of the equation.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
Wish.
Best we start discussing strategy.
The information collected on the peace talks has been verified, Commander. As time is a factor, this unit suggests heading to Greater Tranquility Station as soon as you are able.
We can't let DeVries catch us on the back foot again. We need a plan. Bullet could solve a lot of problems. Provided we can reach DeVries before she enacts her plan to kill the delegates. Not to mention paying her back for the lives she's already taken.
Records indicate Greater Tranquility is a derelict station. Consequently, the ideal route to reach the main chamber for the peace talks will be through its underbelly. Be advised, in the absence of Victor, status deceased, and his explosives, Agent DeVries and her team will be committed to a frontal assault. Due to delays incurred while saving the Order hostages, DeVries also has the codes to control the station's security automechanicals, and will assuredly deploy them against you, Commander. Confirmed. Per the Earth Directorate Manual, a team formed of multiple agents is vital to success, especially during missions where agent attrition is likely to occur.
I'm coming with you. Who better to make DeVries pay for Horizon Point than a pair of her own Phantoms? Good. Would have been a shame if DeVries was the reason for us falling out too.
Confirming coordinates for Greater Tranquility Station. Confirmed. Use the astrogator when you are ready to navigate to the station, Commander. Maintaining close proximity to a rift of that magnitude is not advised. Some light dissociation from reality may occur.
Doesn't take an engineer to hazard to guess whose ship that is. DeVries is here, Commander. I'm sure of it.
Good evening. On behalf of everyone in Auntie's family, I want to thank our hosts for security.
Ah, my least favorite manipulable dolt. Didn't expect to see you here. Though it makes sense you'd lumber in when and where you're least wanted. Again, perhaps I should thank you for earlier. Your oafish fumbling did take that initiate off my trail. Senescent or not, Alva was getting uncomfortably close before you shot her. Think your addle-headed meddling will turn out better here? Mayhap you'll kill the delegates yourself, after mistaking them for DeVries. Why ever would you imagine I'd tell you anything? I'm told our mission to stop these peace talks is a righteous cause.
We need answers, now. How we extract those answers, I'll leave up to you, Commander. Personally, I'd start with the knees.
You'll clearly never understand, but the Order, and I too for that matter, stand to gain immeasurably from this. That is, I skimmed Seer Wiley's predictions and the math seemed right to me. Look at you. That almost resembled a logical point. And here I pegged you as an empty-headed nincompoop. No, a gormless dunderhead was where I landed. At any rate, what DeVries has planned should go quite well for me. I mean, the Order. Should we prevail here. A predictably tedious retort from an unmitigatedly asinine, boorish slackwit. Enough of this. Enough of you. This conversation is over.
Guns cocked in the... What's that on the monitor there? Could be important.
This fence is impassable. Please seek an alternate means of passage. Just imagine the hustle. to proceed.
DeVries' team must have gotten to these mechs first. I don't favor fighting on two fronts, but it's not looking like we have another choice.
After some quick mental calculations, I do see
Check
merit
enemy
in
like
your
just
last
turned over.
astonishingly logical, in fact.
How charming that I've surprised an esteemed man such as yourself. In turn, I wish to thank you for turning down your failure.
We might only be divided by ourselves. And lo, it came to pass.
Product launches and counting bits. But I will be here as long as it takes to ensure the order isn't taken advantage of by duplicitous actors.
Most regular.
Give the order and I'll take care of it, Commander.
to Golden Ridge. Our troops still demand answers for the unprovoked attack on Outpost Opportunity. What will you do with all this?
According to my analysis, neither of our parties would work with the other to proceed directly to an alliance. A swift end to the war is highly improbable.
You had to run a quaint predictive model to come to that conclusion? Did you...
Intelligence app.
Eyes up. If our intel's good, we've got more trouble waiting for us ahead. Good chance the Breeze allies are ready for us. Let's make damn sure we're ready for them.
What is it?
Focusing on mission-critical objectives.
We've got the override codes. Let's use...
They'll go no further, Infidel. This next shot won't miss. Have you given up? What are you doing down there? I can hear you scampering around like a little... What are you doing down there? I can hear you scampering around like a little brat. Giving up? What are you doing down there? I can hear... Fine then. Cross that bridge and see how well you fare.
So close. One elevator ride away from having the Breeze in our crosshairs. Finally.
To offer a merger, an alliance.
And yet, our parties will still be at each other's throats by the end of this. Is this really what you want?
It'd be foolish to even consider an alliance when you so clearly wish to bend Arcadia to Auntie's will. Should the fighting intensify, and it shall, it will be due to your pride. Presiding Bishop Rus Basar already possesses the foresight necessary to lead a colony and better its people. Until you acknowledge this, I fear we will never reach an accord.
Foresight is nice, yes, but what about the entrepreneurial mind? We may have lost our bright...
Delegates located. Status alive. For now.
So you think that your people should rule? You certainly have, strength in numbers indeed, but Arcadian matters are best suited for Arcadians. We actively collect data to understand how to serve our people, after all. Look no further than the abbot, who welcomed refugees to Matriarch's mercy.
Yet he struggled to feed and house them properly. The poor man was clearly overwhelmed if he couldn't see his right hand was actively undermining him, even with his data.
Meanwhile, Auntie's choice has done little to alleviate the refugee...
You have a nasty habit of arriving at the wrong time, Commander.
It's over, Augustine. Nowhere left to run. No more lies you can peddle or people you can burn. Your rewards come due.
Abara, I was unaware of your survival until recently. Believe it or not, I was happy you survived. But to see you still seeking solace in the Commander's shadow is disappointing. You could have done anything with your life. Shrugged off the bad memories. But now you're both here to meddle. Law knows why. Huh, certainly. And then I'll brew us some tea and we can gossip about the latest pitchball matches. Do you think me an idiot? I've no interest in continuing this little reunion. What happened in Horizon Point, well, I had no choice but to do as I did. And I'm prepared to do the same again. These delegates you came to save, I'm killing them both, and any hope for peace will die along with them. This is the only way if we hope to close the rifts before it's too late. Spare me that sanctimonious drivel. You'll never be Commander Zane, don't even try. Such ambition. But that requires anyone to know that you were here. Or to remember you at all.
All you'll be remembered for is sending your team to the slaughter. Assassinating innocent folks for your own gain. Some legacy you're leaving behind.
I don't give a damn for my legacy. I simply wish for you to stop interfering in my work. You haven't any idea what's at play here. It's in your best interest, Commander, to hear me out. I am doing everything with what little power I have to stop the rifts from destroying the galaxy. I am so close. With the right data and the prototype rift modulator hidden away in a protectorate lab on Praetor, the Order could finally figure out how to control the rifts. But like the protectorate before them, Auntie's choice must never have access to that technology. Whoever wins the war will control Arcadia. And once control is seized, it's only a matter of time before attention turns to closing the rifts and learning how to control them. Controlling these rifts leads to absolute power. And under no circumstances can the Order share that with Auntie's choice. It's as if they'd deny how we got to this point. It was the Seers who came to me back then. They showed me their data, proving that the Protectorate's rift experiments would lead to our galaxy's destruction. I didn't want to believe them. But as more and more of their predictions came to pass, I knew I had to act. I had to destroy Horizon Point and its research to prevent annihilation.
That's... law! Augustine, you could have told us what you were planning instead of letting us blunder into a trap.
No, I couldn't have. Had I deviated from the plan even the slightest amount, it could have jeopardized everything. I had to avert a far worse disaster. By any means. No. I saw their models. The Protectorate and all their ignorance would have torn the galaxy asunder in pursuit of their matriarch's dream. Fascists are nothing if not predictable. You are focused entirely on the wrong thing. Wars come and go. Civilizations can rebuild. But this manner of destruction is something nothing can come back from. You recall what I said of the rift modulator, of the data? It's the only way to control the rifts, and only the Order can be trusted with this power. You know who these corporatists are, how they deal with their competitors. Imagine now how a war spurred by greed might be won, when fought with rifts instead of guns. You see? The Order must not sacrifice their principles for a childish attempt at peace. If they don't complete the mission they started, everything I have done will have counted for nothing.
Enough! Just enough, Augustine. I can't listen to any more of these excuses. I've got all the answers I needed, Commander. She's gone over the threshold and ain't no bringing her back. Best we make this quick, before she can hurt anyone else.
You think you have it in you to pull the trigger, Ibarra?
Had 10 years to practice. Give the order, Commander. How many times do you need a snake to bite you to realize its nature? She's shown us who she is, Commander. She's showing us again right now. Yes, Commander. You said to try and hold on to my humanity. But ain't this a just cause? Preventing the deaths of these delegates? Trust we'll be having words on the ship about all this, Commander. If DeVries doesn't shoot us in the back before then.
It doesn't matter. Nothing you can say to me will change the issue at hand. If I'm to give the Order the means to close the rifts, the peace talks must end. 2 dead delegates? That's a fair price to pay. We've paid worse. Is that so? Please then, enlighten me on how you might save the Order from itself. Negotiations are shaky, it's true. But if either side is desperate enough, they'll make an appeal too good to turn down. The deaths of their envoys would sour that. If I can do anything to put doubt in either faction's mind, I'll do it. You were an Earth Directorate agent once. You understand the need to be thorough. But even if what you say is true, there's no undoing the past. Not for me. I don't belong here. And the Earth Directorate's nothing more than a memory. This mission is all I have. So if you won't leave me to carry out my plans, Commander, then all that's left is your bullet. Savannah. I was never a good friend to her, even when she was all I had. Sometimes I thought her a fool for putting such faith in me. But if she still does, maybe. No, it doesn't matter. You should hate me for what I've done to you, to your crew. You can't possibly wish for me to live. Oh, so you pity me? Think me mad? I was a fool to think someone like you could ever understand. Let's finish this.
Engaging combat protocols. Agent DeVries has been terminated. Due to acts of betrayal, service honors may not be awarded posthumously.
Station's not gonna hold up against that rip for long. We need to get back to the incognito now.
Station integrity failing. Escape window narrowing.
This is an urgent message for all Earth Directorate agents. The spatial rift situation has deteriorated significantly. The rifts threatening a majority of our colonies and our Earth Directorate bases, including this one, have entered their final stages. If you see a rift that looks like this, you are in grave danger. You have at most a matter of months before everything in your local system is destroyed. The seriousness of this situation cannot be overstated. Therefore, Directive Alpha Omega is hereby invoked. You are fully authorized to do everything in your power to find a way to close the rifts. Along with this message, the entirety of our rift data has been sent to your local surveillance satellite. Analyze this data. Law willing, you will find a way to unlock any secrets it has resisted yielding to us. The fate of humanity now depends on you.
Acknowledging receipt of emergency mission parameters update, including activation of Directive Alpha Omega. Commander is now released from any and all agent guidelines. The full parameters are as follows. The agent has full authority to handle the mission in any manner they see fit. No exceptions. The extreme nature of stated emergencies supersedes any other considerations. I have also detected competing priorities in the new mission objectives. The surveillance data from the satellite confirms DeVries's assertion of a prototype modulator on Praetor that may be used to manipulate rifts. Acquisition is required to be able to bypass any new or existing miniature ground-level rift anomalies you may encounter. You are also tasked with finding a way to process the Earth Directorate rift data. The archive computer on Cloister would be best suited to this purpose. Studies have shown that popular cakes, such as those produced by Auntie's Choice, often contain greater amounts of allowable defects, such as hair, insects, and mammalian excreta. Consumption of such products is not recommended. Understood. This unit will keep a nasogastric tube on standby. Both Auntie's Choice and the Order have previously controlled the archive, and may be open to working with you to regain access. Seeking their assistance is recommended. Coincidentally, both delegates also escaped the station and have sent messages expressing gratitude. It seems they feel they owe you their lives and have asked to meet with you at their respective headquarters. Returning to mission objectives. Do you have a preference for which to pursue first, Commander? This unit strongly advises against randomly pressing buttons on the astrogator, unless death is the desired outcome. Acknowledged. Due to the rift's expansion, both Cloister and Praetor show a high preponderance of miniature rifts. Proceed with caution. It is worth noting that the Order of the Ascendant is headquartered on Cloister. You have also received a message from Auntie's Choice. This unit can relay its contents now, should you wish. The message has also been sent to your private terminal. Greetings, morally gray potential contractor. You've been pre-selected for membership in Auntie's Choice Esteemed and Valuable Disposable Agent Program. Report on board the ACS Undisputed Claim for details on this exciting opportunity. Signed, Auntie Cleo. It appears you now have permission to visit Auntie's Choice headquarters aboard its flagship, Commander. You may use the astrogator to navigate there at any time.
So, that's it then. DeVries dead, justice served. Galaxy still needs saving, but we'll get to that. I can almost hear Helen now, spouting off about how it took us long enough. I once thought DeVries the upper limit of what an agent could be. Certainly everything I aspired to be. Tough, brave, smart, and now she's dead. By our hand. Thought I'd feel relief or something akin to it. But mostly I just feel unbalanced. Like a mech with gimbals on the fritz. Yeah, I had a suspicion you were working the same problem. DeVries earned her grave, sure enough. So why does killing her feel like... hell, I don't know, putting out a star? Damn. And here I was hoping you'd have some pearls of wisdom to drop on me. Don't suppose you have any advice on how to move forward from here? Guess we're both fumbling in the dark for a switch then. That's comforting, in its way. Appreciate you making time to listen to me jawing on about all this. Might need a few to work through my thoughts, but I'll be ready for whatever comes next. Don't you fret.
How about I do my job?
You go on ahead.
And you do
I'm shilly-shallying about what to do.
Please have identification, transfer work, and a reasonable bribe at the ready. Ah, you're not a transfer or visiting Auntie's Choice employee. I'll need to check your current standing with corporate affairs. Oh, I didn't realize I was talking to such a big wheel. Afraid I still need to check your record with us, Big Shot. Alrighty. Commencing review. Estimated wait time, unknown. Really? Reads like a recap of an Aetherwave drama. You're the questionable sort who we do business with, but you're definitely not our best friend. You should probably consider accepting our special offer. All it requires is allowing us to affix an Auntie's Choice holo advertorial inside your ship, so you can bear our messaging with pride and share it across Arcadia. Splendid. Should be ready next time you're back. Enjoy your time on the ACS Undisputed Claim, the pride of Auntie's Choice corporate war fleet. Here's a ticket to the first stop on the Profit Mover Trimicular. From there, amble through the Esplanade to the head office tower reception desk. They can contact Vice President Hewitt and provide details on our exciting contract opportunity.
Earth Directorate agents may accept freelance opportunities so long as they align with the priority mission.
Pass.
Not too shabby. Small change compared to... Tramicular, arriving any moment now. Approaching station. Client intake.
Please maintain control of personal belongings on the tram at all times.
Credit where it's due. To me, as your chief executive, I've fostered a
Sandwich, do you want to eat?
You have questions? We have answers. Anything you need to know about this fine location for a minimal price. Well?
Daily fiber needs. Packaging is also consumed.
Large black ink on our balance sheet. Your employees have a profitable day. The ACS Undisputed Claim is not only our corporate headquarters and flagship, it's the heart of our efforts to spread unbridled self-betterment and free trade across the galaxy. Our flagship also sports a bustling commercial promenade where you'll find a wide assortment of products, wares, and miscellaneous bric-a-brac from all Auntie's Choice departments.
And this month's winner of
What sort of reception do morally gray outsiders receive when they join up?
Feels like a glimpse of Arcadia's future, if Auntie's Choice has its way.
Oh, hey, think you dropped something?
The recipe of our exclusive cocktail is our most closely guarded. Our competitors would kill to find out.
What do you think?
An executive office environment.
Attention, morally. Hello, daring self-determinivist, stalwart seeker of self-betterment, or rapacious rogue of corporatism. Welcome to Auntie's Choice Esteemed Invaluable Disposable Agent Program. As in Ida, your assignments will be some of the most decisive and admirable tasks that Auntie's Choice has to offer. Idas help explore the wilds, plot our path, and shape the evolution of our beloved corporation. And with enough rugged determinism, you might even live to see the results. And you can see here as soon as I'm finished. Where was I? Oh, yes. Because you are making a choice to grab destiny and claim it as your own. A choice to be Auntie's Choice. Now, I'm finished. You'll find VP Hewitt right over there. When you're done, please exit to your left, where 2 of our top 29 vice presidents are waiting for you.
Well, wonderful to meet you. C.F. Pendergrass III, Strategic Reconfiguration. It's not every day we have such a capable operative accept our invitation to the Undisputed Claim. While it was those ill-fated peace talks that got you here, I've kept tabs on you for a good long time.
Yes, we've all kept tabs. Auntie and I have spoken about you several times now. Ursula Ormsby, Proprietary Insight Acquisition. You'll report to both of us. For now.
Indeed. It is our pleasure to meet you, and I am beyond tickled to welcome you to Auntie's Choice. We need someone not shaped by Auntie's meritocracy. It serves its function, but our workers tend to focus on rung climbing. We need an individualist who sees unorthodox solutions. A daring, non-conforming perturbation ameliorator to implement our monopolistic mercantile methodology plan.
More succinctly, we are recruiting an expert outside consultant.
Wonderful! This is the kind of wily adventure and self-determinism you will absolutely not regret. Your first assignment demonstrates some of the very qualities we need. Something unexpected, or in truth, unprecedented, has happened at one of our repackaging facilities on Praetor.
If I understand correctly, they're having, something of a workforce issue. Don't know rightly what you call it. Workers are, well, asking for things. It's strange. They've stopped working. The workers there simply stopped.
They expressed, and I know this is going to sound more than a bit strange, dissatisfaction. And they said they won't return to work unless things at the plant improve.
Specifically, they stated, until we meet their demands. As though employees have a right to demand anything of their employers. And what, pray tell, has them so aggrieved?
Dear law, what a bunch of devious, ungrateful, greedy little prigs! After all the opportunities Auntie's given them to repay us like this, I'm so disappointed.
So what do you suggest we do about such an utterly unheard of situation? It is absolutely imperative that we get those people back to work, whatever it takes.
Wonderful! You'll go to Praetor, meet the plant's overseer, and mediate an end to this lunacy, which gets those ingrates back to work.
I have zero doubt Auntie and I will be completely impressed by your efforts. Unless you disappoint, in which case I will disavow that statement.
Turn your lamps on that building over there. Reckon that's where we'll be able to get our hands on the rift modulator.
Protectorate control of Praetor has largely been achieved through the maintenance of a blockade. A survey of Praetor indicates there may be an alternate route past the blockade via the Automech factory.
Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Incoming mortar fire. Agents are advised to duck and cover.
That's one hell of a wall. Going over or under's out of the question. But what about around?
Suspected sight and/or sound detected.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Whatever that was, doesn't sound like anything I'd like to meet up close.
Emergency protocols ready.
Hey now.
Readying.
Improving position.
Not getting up without help.
Benefits available at your request. Location might improve this unit's functionality. Performing a thorough search of the Automech factory is advised. Should you wish to maximize your Valkyrie unit's combat effectiveness, building factory schematics. It is likely the desired parts are being stored somewhere on the ground floor. Sequencing attack strategies.
Anomalous event. The interstitial hall and exhibition tower is off limits for the...
Once we've got our hands on the mine.
an anomalous event. The interstitial hall and exhibition tower is off limits for the foreseeable future to any and all non-essential personnel. All requests to view the prototype rift anomaly modulator are hereby suspended for the time being. Please direct all
Subjects, listen well. Days ago, our beloved sovereign, in his infinite wisdom, submitted himself to mental refreshment to strengthen his resolve for the good of all. At his command, I, Emery Thoreau, now accept the responsibility of shepherding you through these dark times until our sovereign's blessed return. I shall not take this duty lightly, for I address you today not as the consul, nor even as your new leader, which I am, but as a simple man who wants nothing more than to defend his home and his neighbors. But I cannot do it alone.
The Sovereign's a downright dove compared to the Consul.
It is not a time.
This is gonna be bad.
Comparative analysis of the consul's speech to that of other dictators suggest a high likelihood that a coup has occurred.
Renewed zeal. Appreciate if you cleared out. We will finish. Ready to win. On your command. Of those who seek to harm us, we shall cleanse our victory.
Replenishing my firearms. The protector is...
Assault protocols.
What?
Engaging. Calibrating your
Invasive!
Lost track of them. Always watching. Too much.
How long has the weapon been sitting in...
They really just left the modulator out in the open, huh? Well,
What say we avail ourselves of their poor security? High priority alert. The prototype lockdown initiated.
Perhaps you can use the Rift modulator to improvise a new path forward.
To the unsubtle thief. It's not every day that someone is fool enough to break into the Interstitial Reconfiguration Center. I'd be obliged if you would regale me with the tale of how you managed to get this far. Prototype modulator. The first of many such devices we've created here at the center. And regardless, that one won't remain in your keeping long. Well, there will be time to scrutinize every angle of this breach at a later date, once I have dealt with you. I could also reduce you to a state of quivering agony, begging for death. And that would be a lot more enjoyable for me, if I'm being candid. No matter. I will await you in the hangar, where bullets may fly more freely than words, if you survive that long.
Alert.
Help you disrupt the edging forward.
Unfriendly in combat range.
See, remember that time the Sovereign caught us comparing pitchball cards? He was so excited about you having that vintage foil.
Combat-related activity.
That's terrible!
Emergency protocol.
Got eyes on some loot. Taking cover. Continuing inspection.
Classifying friendly as unfriendly.
They would try to see the disarray.
Fee?
These quarters are awfully meticulous. Makes me wonder what Valancourt might be hiding hereabouts.
Persons of hostile detected.
Concerned for the commander's well-being. Requested assistance currently unavailable. Negative. Pharmaceutical reload in progress.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
You've denied me this fight long
Enemy
enough.
detected.
Guards, see to this intruder with extreme closeness. Advance!
Not getting up without help.
Hastening to cover!
I'll make an example.
Edging forward!
Refilling my weapon.
Seeking shelter! They will drive us into disarray!
Please direct your fire away from this unit.
Pushing ahead! Seeking cover! Just minimizing exposure! The protectorate endures! Reloading once more! Briskly moving to cover! There you are!
Knew you had.
Can't be too forever vigilant! Quarry found! Hastening to cover! Another intolerable interruption! Changing magazines efficiently and hastening to cover! Take a gander.
Resuming hostilities. This unit is rated for extreme temperatures, like those found on Cloister. However, occasional stalling may occur.
Heard that rift near the archive has destabilized.
Time to see if the rumors about this place are true.